Episode number 4 of our Habit series with the Modern Kingsman podcast. Welcome back to another episode as we dive further into what we're exploring in terms of habits. Today, we're talking about physical habits. We've covered bad habits, we've covered morning habits, evening habits, and today we're talking about physical habits. Now this one, a lot of people struggle with. But remember, strong body is the foundation for a strong man. And on our road to being modern Kingsmen, physical habits are important. So, what are our 3 big focuses for our physical habits today?
We're going to focus on nutrition.
What you eat?
Sleep.
How you sleep?
Exercise.
Don't bring that into this.
Now, I'd like to start with a very fun quote.
Okay, go ahead.
On this one here. By Alexis Carrel. Man cannot remake himself without suffering, for he is both the marble and the sculptor.
Bro, deep. Right off.
Dude, I love that quote. I definitely thought it was by Socrates, but found out it's not.
That's a good quote, though.
Yeah. Good job, Alexis.
Yeah, good job.
Okay.
Did you say Alexis?
Alexis? Alex is. Alexis.
We'll go with that.
Okay.
Either one.
Wonderful. All right. Nutrition.
Okay. Go ahead. Start it off. What do you got?
General principle. The 80-20 rule.
Now, what is the 80-20 rule?
The 80-20 rule is 80% of the time, eat good. Eat healthy.
Natural, high protein.
If it came in a box, probably not where you want it to be.
Yep.
If it's candy, probably not part of this here. If it's unnatural.
Yep.
So, generally speaking, store-bought pasta, not the most natural item all the time. Candies, cakes, absolutely delicious coffees and donuts. These are not part of the 80%.
I think we all know what's not part of the 80% here.
80% focus on natural foods, preferably meats. If you would like a handful of veggies and you like some good sweet fruit, wonderful. Natural foods.
Yep.
Then 20%, go a little hog wild. Not insane, but,
Yep.
20%. Have the candy. Have a couple cookies. But don't make it half of your daily calorie intake.
Yep.
So 80-20. 80% really good. 20% a little more questionable. Or 90-10 if that's where you can discipline yourself to.
Yeah. Or if you have to start with 70-30, that's fine too. But just overall trying to bring your diet to healthier foods. And there's so many things out there, so many different ways to go about that, different options, whatever. That's how to do that is another video for another day. But essentially, get your eating to where you're eating 80% healthier items and 20% non-healthier items. It's a good place to start.
And a lot of the eating we do is not because we're hungry. That is sometimes a thing. But it's usually solely out of habit.
Absolutely.
It's out of social norms.
Yep.
Maybe the office brings in food, periodically. Well, everyone else is having some. I'll have some. Or my coworkers often all walk in with coffees. Well, I want to be a come with guy.
Yep.
So
maybe
I want a coffee. What logo do you got? Oh, you're at that place? Oh, what do you got? Oh, you got a caramel macchiato. Man, that's really good. But yeah, rope it back in. Sorry about that.
No, like what you said with habits, though, is perfect because what do a lot of people do when they want to try to eat healthy, right? They go from a bad diet to trying to go 100% the other direction and go, I got to have a good diet. Well, how many times does that work?
Yeah, if you can pull that off, that's remarkable.
I have my doubts.
No, sometimes on the road to being healthy, you got to take the baby steps.
Yep.
So, we've joked about it multiple times here. On my nutrition road, I had to get rid of the candy as soon as I walk in my home. That's it. I had to physically just move that candy from the table right there.
Controlling your environment is a huge part of habits. And especially when it comes to nutrition, consistency beats perfection.
Absolutely.
Building that habit of consistent, good, healthy eating is far better than if you try to just immediately go from, okay, I'm eating bad, okay, now I'm eating good. Because I think we've all tried it, and it never ends up sticking. Or if it did stick, hats off to you. But for the most of us, that's not going to do it.
Right, because we're looking for the lifestyle version of this, not the dead sprint, which there are seasons of dead sprinting. But we're looking for the sustainable lifestyle, the include the cookie, the bowl of ice cream, not the 4 bowls of ice cream.
Yep.
Usually this comes down to portion control. And once you've eliminated the natural habit of eating 6 or 7 times a day, which is not it's not unheard of at all.
No.
If I start my morning off with a donut, well, I'm going to get the sugar spike and my energy.
There's your 20%.
Well, and after about 2 hours, my energy is going to start crashing a little bit. Oh man, you know what would really help me out?
Caffeine.
Yep. Caffeine. And am I going to do a no sugar one?
No.
We're going to go with NOS. We're going to go with Red Bull. We're going to go with a local coffee. And it's going to be full of sugar. And boom, I'm back on cloud 9 for 2 to 3 hours. And then it starts to drop. Oh my gosh, you know what time it is? It's lunchtime, man. Boom. Big old carb meal right there. Oh, I'm feeling great. Except for like 90 minutes later. Now I'm sluggish again. Oh, you know what I need? More caffeine and sugar. So what am I doing? Please see my previous list. And you're running again.
Yep.
And then, oh my gosh, I'm dragging off. It's almost 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. I got to get to dinner. Oh man. So now I have a huge meal for dinner because I'm just so exhausted. I not earned it after a long, hard day. And you know what? That was a great dinner, but you know what would make it better? There's always room for ice cream. So you get a big old bowl of ice cream, and you know what's better than 1 serving? 2. All right. And you know what? It's just so delicious and amazing. The end of day comes and you're ready to go to bed, but you're so full and you have no energy and it's exhausting. And that was 3,000 to 7,000 calories. That was a big range there because that's accurate.
You know what that's really starting to sound like?
What?
A bad habit.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. And it all started with an innocent group donut in the morning. Because someone was really nice and brought donuts into the office.
So what not to do is to go from that and then immediately try to fix all of that immediately.
Yeah, that would be real difficult. Because each one of those is a habit, a dopamine hit, and some social approval. Because every time someone walks in with food or coffee, everyone wants to talk to them. Hey, what'd you get?
Yep.
Hey, what do you got at Wendy's? Hey, are those the spicy nuggets? You get natural approval from your peer group just by having food. Why? We're social creatures. We all want to know what people are eating because that way we know, hey, what can I eat?
Yeah. So, nutrition. What you eat matters, and starting to slowly transition into that 80-20 rule of 80% healthy food, 20%
A little more chill. Yeah. And on the 80%, one way to help avoid hunger is foods with high protein and high fat. These are like eggs, bacon, sausage, steak, those kind of items. Really, it's hard to eat like a big old mess of eggs and then be immediately hungry after.
Yeah.
They're just quite filling. So
I think we hit it pretty well on that nutrition. Why don't we move into the how you sleep section?
I don't like this section of it. I don't like to sleep.
He doesn't do well on this.
I don't, man. Dude, I don't even have to set my alarm anymore.
What's your average number of hours slept in a night?
Average? I'm going to go with 4 to 6.
Oof.
Yeah, it's not the most healthy item, but, throughout my working career, I've had start times at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 5 a.m., midday. I've had my sleep schedule all jacked up in the last 10 years. That's no excuse.
Does that help you?
It helps me make an excuse. Does it help me in reality? No. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
No, I should be doing better.
So, here's a couple tips on how to start a habit of good sleep. Because sleep is really the foundation of physical wellness. And if you have a bad night of little or bad sleep, odds are your next day is not going to be very good either. So, a lot of people don't like this, but if you're going to start a sleep habit, you have to build your schedule around your sleep. So
that sounds insane, but it's so true.
Yes, because what often ends up happening is you go, okay, well, I have to be at work at this time, so that dictates when I stop sleeping. And then, well, this is when I get done with my activities in the evening. So that's when I'm going to go to bed. And that's what dictates your sleep schedule. In order to build a good habit of sleep, you have to say, I'm going to go to bed at this time, and I'm going to get up at this time. And then I'm going to build the rest of my schedule around that. Sleep's got to be a non-negotiable item in order for you to build a successful habit out of it. Which means if you have to be at work at 8 o'clock in the morning, say you're going to leave your house at 7:30, whatever. However your schedule builds out, you need to wind back that clock to the night before and have a hard set bedtime. Whoa. Now, I know we're all adults here, but I got to have a bedtime? If you want to be serious about starting a healthy habit of sleep, then yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm. And then be consistent with it.
Yeah. On the nights where I don't do a 5-hour sleep schedule, but I do like 7, 8, 9, if my body really needs it, I feel great the next day. Mm-hmm. Absolutely spectacular.
Wonder why.
You know what? You're doing whatever. No, but it really is something that you have to prioritize. And it feels like the most unproductive thing because you're literally doing nothing. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, your body is just preparing to do everything you need.
Yep. And if you keep treating your evening like another item in the schedule where you just finish whatever you're doing and then you go to bed and you're never consistent with it, your sleep's not going to be consistent either.
Mm-mm. Now, what are some things that would stop someone from sleeping well at night? Some things to maybe avoid right before bed.
Oh, man, you're just pulling out all the stops today, aren't you?
Well, I'm guilty of every one of these, so, I can just go through my own list here of problems.
Well, the correct answer to your question is screen time. And it's also the answer that everyone is guilty of. And it's also probably one of the hardest things to stop doing. If you watch one of our previous videos, it's a bad habit you need to break. But everyone's guilty of using their phones before bed, and it's almost universally accepted as a deterrent from good sleep.
Mm-hmm. And what about like a TV in the bedroom? Like going to sleep to television?
Blue light in general, wherever it comes from, it's highly recommended that you stay away from it for 30 to 60 minutes before you go to bed.
Mm-hmm. Now, that could mean read a book. That's not a bad option.
Not on your phone.
Yes. Maybe a Kindle.
Nah.
Not even that. No. Physical
doesn't
book.
Count.
Just start
if there's not pages,
doesn't count.
Nope.
Yeah. That, maybe this is where you and the wife, you've been busy with life the rest of the day. Spend some time together.
You know what it's really good for? If you watch one of our previous videos, your nighttime habits. Mm-hmm. Building your environment for the next morning.
Yes, get those clothes
See how this
out.
all locks together, man?
It's like just one thing builds on top of the other.
It's like a whole system, really, almost.
It's like a series we have going on.
It's like we thought this out. But no, seriously, be prepared for this next one because nobody's going to like that. Mm-hmm. You know what that is?
Tell me. I'm concerned. Tell me.
Recommended number of hours to sleep in a night.
Hit me with the number, man. I'm not there, but hit me with it.
Minimum of 7. Minimum of 7 hours of sleep.
I'm genuinely trying to think of the last time I had a week where I slept 7 hours every night. And I cannot come up with an answer.
I'm going to be honest. I'm actually usually okay at this. I can usually get somewhere in the ballpark of 7 hours
Nice.
a night. Yes. And it's, if you took that away from me, dude, I would, I'm done.
Well, when you realize that sleep is when your body rebuilds, like let's say you're lifting, you're trying to get stronger. If you don't give your body a chance to rest and recuperate, you're not going to get stronger.
Yeah.
You're not going to hit your fitness goals if your body's not relaxing. Just at least for a season. And I'd like to add an item to this one here, the number of hours. Let's also include not eating for 1 to 2 hours before bed.
That's another good one.
There's a lot of people who have acid reflux. And this, all of a sudden, they can't lay down.
Yep.
They have to sit up. All right, well, that's like a recliner.
Yep.
That's not that's not how we're supposed to sleep. So, no late night snacking. Now, the natural question is, well, then why does the fridge have a light in it? You see, here's the trick for that.
It's when the power goes out. If you didn't get that joke.
Yeah, it's good. The light bulb in my fridge, I'll be honest with you, it went out months ago. I haven't fixed it. Yeah, I should fix it. I'm sorry, honey.
Yeah.
I should fix it, but here's the thing. A little hard to late night snack.
That's true.
Because I can't see in the fridge.
It's actually not. You should just leave it. Hey.
I'm not saying it's intentional, honey, but I'm also not saying that.
Well, I think this is a good point for us to pivot to our last point, which is
exercise.
Ooh. I'm going to put a little twist on it, and I'm going to call it physical aptitude.
Fine, your answer is probably much more accurate than exercise. So, but elaborate. What do you mean by physical aptitude?
Exercising. But no. So this is a difficult one because obviously in a podcast about physical habits, you're going to have some sort of exercise. You have to. But where do you start and stop that? Because everyone's at a different point on their journey. Some people haven't even started. Some people are well on their way. And there's no one size fits all to exercise or physical fitness or physical aptitude. But what can we look for in starting good habits for physical aptitude?
So we were talking about this earlier, and I don't usually start with a negative emotion, but I'm going to for this one here.
Okay.
If you feel that someone of your age and your build should be able to do a particular physical task, such as X number of push-ups or lift X amount of weight, and you can't, for me personally, that is an excellent sign that you need to be taking a step toward that goal. So, for instance, if you believe that someone age 30 should be able to bench press 135, then, and you are unable to do so, then that is absolutely where you should be aiming toward.
Okay.
It's just somewhere
I could see
stronger than yourself.
I could see that. I could see where you're going with that. When I think about this, to me, the thing that pops in my mind is on a day-to-day basis, am I physically apt to represent the individual who I want to be.
I like that.
So it's not so much, okay, and this is just for me, but yes, I can bench this much money or this many pounds, or I can do this many pull-ups or whatever. But it's when I present myself, whether not only just like in physical appearance, but like actual physical aptitude or ability, it's, am I the person that I want to be, right? Mm-hmm. Sure, like it would be great to be an ultra marathon runner or something crazy like that, but that's not me. But what I do want to be is someone who's not winded by walking up the stairs, or someone who, you know, if they're in a rush and they need to walk faster than a slow step, can do that without issue, right? I want to be able to carry out consistent daily tasks and be able to go a little bit above and beyond those and be capable of doing that.
Now, I'm not a golfer, but I assume, now I know a lot of people ride golf carts, but it would be kind of nice if you had to, that you could walk a round of golf.
Yep. And I don't want to be the individual who, if I get to the golf course and they're going, oh, sorry, you know, we don't have any more carts, I'm like, well, guess I'm not golfing because I literally can't walk the course. Because I physically can't accomplish that. That's not the type of person that I want to be. And as we start this journey of Modern Kingsman, being a Modern Kingsman isn't someone who presents himself of, you literally walked up the stairs and you have to stop for 30 seconds to catch your breath.
That's not the peak of what we're going for. We're going for presentable men who can present well, defend our families. I mean, there's a really goofy meme, and forgive me, cops, for this one, but it's a cop arresting a guy, and the cop never missed a single donut break. Ever. Like, way too much. And the meme is, it's the guy with the handcuffs looking back saying, hey, guys, should I run? Because he knows he's getting away. Now, you should
Sorry, that's a little bit humorous. But
yeah, you should be able to defend yourself and your family.
Yeah.
And there's a physical aspect to that there.
And not only that, it's not like we're saying, obviously, that you need to be some ultra bodybuilder or some ultra marathon runner or, you know, in peak physical shape, right? But you do want to maintain some amount of respectable physical ability. When
my wife and I have talked about this, and I think it's something that women don't truly understand yet fully about men. When we walk into a room, if there's a guy in that room, we size him up.
Okay.
You do it with a handshake. And dude, I've shaken hands with a handful of guys who, during the handshake, I'm like, crap, this guy could kill me. Like, I was super impressed. Turns out he was like a professional arm wrestler. It's
okay, that makes sense.
Like, okay, that helps me out a little bit here. But, you know, we dudes size each other up. You know, when I walk into a building and I have my wife with me, I want to know, hey, if I step away for a moment and I go to the bathroom, is my wife safe in this building? Do I have dudes around me who will, all of a similar mentality, protect the women and children? God forbid something happens.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. And I think being able to accomplish the physical items that you should be able to is what we're going for in this. And it's going to vary. You know, some people, you know, you work a labor-intensive blue-collar job, right? Your physical exercise on a daily basis is probably going to be sufficient to keep you in plenty well enough shape. But on the other hand, you know, if you're in the complete opposite of that, which is you have almost zero physical exercise in your daily life.
You're at a desk 8 to 10 hours a day.
And you do nothing additionally to include some exercise in your life, you're probably going to be lacking in your physical ability department. And, you know, there's a wide range that anyone could fall into on this. So we're not going to try to offer some one-size-fits-all exercise routine. But even if you have to start as small as just going for a walk or a jog or doing 5 push-ups, being able to get yourself to a level of physical ability that's just
something you'd be proud of.
Yeah, just acceptable for the tasks you should be able to handle.
Mm-hmm. Now, let's use a couple examples here. Zig Ziglar, rest in peace, but wonderful motivational speaker, big in the positive mental attitude movement. Really, really great speeches. But one thing he did when he was starting to get fit, because he was writing a book about how you can have everything you want in life if you just help enough other people get what they want. And he's saying, you can live your dreams. And he was saying all that while having a little bit more in his midsection than he knew would be acceptable of someone saying all these wonderful things. So he said, fine, I have to take care of this. So he's like, well, I should go on a run. Well, the run, he went to the mailbox next door and walked home. That was day one. He's like, all right, and tomorrow I'm going to go to 2 mailboxes. And he just incrementally got there.
And you know what? You know what's so fantastic about the example you're giving right now? He started by building a habit. He didn't start with a cure-all, overnight, fix-it solution. He started with a small daily habit that he built into a successful goal.
And by the end, he was running at collegiate levels amongst his peers. By the end. That wasn't immediately. That was slow build.
Yep.
For example, end of last year, I jacked up my foot. Have been able to run since. This past week is the first time that I have done cardio on a treadmill for 3 minutes. 4 months without that, I'm a bit out of my cardio practice.
Little rusty.
Yeah. But I could say, you know what? I'm going right back to my 4 miles that I was doing before. No, 3 minutes. Just get me back on the road. And what am I going to do tomorrow? I'm going to do 5. I'm just going to start the process back up, not make a re-injury, and just keep it going a little bit. Because that's what I'm capable of in the moment. And see where it takes me.
It's all about your habits, man.
And then I just want to give a little shout out to an anime. Yeah, it's a cartoon. I know. You knew it was coming. But it's really goofy. It's called One Punch Man. Now, I've never actually seen the full anime, but this guy's whole claim to fame, in case you're feeling really funny, 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and 100 squats every day. You know what I'm going to do? Next 30 days, I'm doing that.
Good luck.
Dude.
Hey,
doing 10 body squats?
You better start with a good habit.
I'm thinking every morning. I wake up, have my glass of water, write down my goals.
There you go.
And then, start knocking these out here.
Hey, well.
I don't think I can do it at work because I'll just end up sweaty.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't do that.
I think I'll lose some credibility at my job if I do that. Why is this guy so nervous? Why is he sweating?
I think you should probably leave that for the gym.
Agreed.
But no, what you eat, what you sleep, your physical fitness, those are all items to work on building into your daily habits that will make you a more successful person.
I want to use 2 Jocko Willink quotes.
Let's end on
this
those.
one here. The only easy day was yesterday.
Ooh.
Right?
Knife to the heart.
And then this one here, discipline equals freedom. When you are physically fit enough to take care of your family, to go on a run, to go on a hike, to walk a full 18 of golf, you have more options in your life than someone who is unable to do those. The discipline of getting your food right, getting your sleep right, and getting your fitness right gives you more freedom than the trappings of the easy life of not doing any of those.
Man, that's such a good quote. The only easy day was yesterday.
Right? I just heard it the first time today. I'm like, oh my golly. Yeah. Jocko's got some good stuff.
Obviously. Well, hope you enjoyed today because it's the only easy day you're going to have tomorrow.
Till next time.
Till next time.